What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Bearded Browns podcast show. Today, we have a special guest here, and he just faded out, just like them Bengals will tomorrow. But yeah, we got a big game ahead of us tomorrow. Browns versus Cincinnati Bengals. There's a little bit of history there, and we're going to talk about it today. First and foremost, today's show is sponsored by the Doug White Allstate Insurance Agency. If you guys need anything insurance, call Doug White. They're in Olmsted Falls. They will take care of you. I got a Bengals fan sitting here next to me. Wow. Anyways, also CB Excavating. You guys need anything done at all, call CB Excavating. Call Chris. He will take care of you. And yeah, that is it. The Battle of Ohio. That is tomorrow. We got Cincinnati actually leads. In case everybody didn't know, Cincinnati leads the record with 53-48 in the Battle of Ohio. The first ever meeting was in 1970, and Cincinnati won 30-27. Do you guys know that the Cleveland Browns fired Paul Brown in 1963? Art Modell, as a matter of fact, Art Modell, that piece of crap, fired him, Paul Brown, in 1963, and then the game in 1970 that we lost against Paul Brown was the Bengals' first head coach. He spent 17 years with Cleveland and had a 158-48 win-loss record. 8 years in Cincinnati, went 55-56. A little bit of history. This chump right here is talking crap already. Not looking forward to that, but hopefully we pull off a win tomorrow. I think we're all a little scruffy this morning after that Guardians game. That was brutal. Definite loss that I wasn't expecting, but you win some, you lose some. That's our motto in Cleveland, right? We just lose a lot, unless you're the Guardians. With that being said, game talk. We have Nick Chubb coming back tomorrow. I'm sure it's going to be limited play, which is the downfall, but it's going to be like a heartfelt moment watching Nick Chubb come out of that tunnel. We've waited for it too long, and could this be something that's going to build the morale of the team back up and maybe pull off a big win, the Battle of Ohio? We need it. Let's go 2-5. Yeah, what do you got to say about that little mini Joe Burrow back there without the blonde hair? But yeah, the return of Nick Chubb is going to be huge for the Cleveland Browns. Like I said, he's going to have limited play, but it's going to be awesome to see him out there and see what he could possibly do in a real game. He did have practice all week, and Kevin Stefanski said he looked good. So we will see what happens with that. Cincinnati did beat the Giants last week, and Burrow had a 47-yard touchdown run with 208 yards passing. Yeah, I don't think our defense is going to let that happen. Speaking of that, Cleveland's secondary does need to show up to this game. While we all know they're sick of being on the field because we're going 3 and out almost every time, and defense is on the field quite a bit, they got to get off the field. We've given up 12.4 yards per catch this year, and we are 31st in the league right now. We need to change that. We have, on paper, I guess, one of the best defenses in the league, but you're 31st. That's not good. We're pressuring them 39.1% of the time, and that's 4th in the league in pressures, while we're blitzing 43.1% of the time, and that's 2nd in the league. We need to step up our game. That's what we need to do. Burrow versus the blitz has 5 touchdowns and 132.1 rating, and he's 3rd in the league right now against the blitz. So, Mr. Schwartz, you need to step up your game tomorrow, see what you could do to get this defense in line and hopefully make something big happen. I'd like to see an interception or 2. That'd be nice, right? But we'll see what happens. Our pass defense per game is allowing 103.3 yards to wide receivers. We got to stop that. That's just not acceptable. That's the rating, 103.3, 2 wide receivers. Speaking of wide receivers, we got to watch out for T. Higgins. Last week, he had 7 targets for 7 receptions for 77 yards. Jamar Chase with 6 targets, 5 receptions, and 72 yards. The running game, Chase Brown had 10 rushes for 53 yards, an average of 5.3 yards a carry, and a touchdown. Can this defense stop what Cincinnati thinks they are? Because Cincinnati's actually starting to get a little bit better. Don't smile like that. Cincinnati is starting to get a little bit better. It seems like they're finding their identity. While the Browns last week lost, I think we looked a lot better than we have all year, to be honest. So we're showing signs of improvement. With Amari Cooper being gone, is Jerry Jeudy going to be wide receiver number 1? Is Amari Cooper being gone going to help Deshaun Watson at all? I don't know. We are 16th in the league against the run, allowing 4.5 carries. We left Saquon Barkley last week to only 47 yards in a game with a 2.6 yard average. We could do that. Good morning, Joseph. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. Hey, also, you got the Bearded Browns merch, the hats, the hoodies, we got t-shirts, we got coffee mugs. If you guys want, go and check those out. They're at streamlabs.com/beardedbrownspodcast. Helps the show. And it's actually really comfortable. Nice. I didn't mean to do that, but yeah. Bengals are 15th in the league, giving up 4.4 yards per carry. With Nick Chubb back, I know Jerome Ford's not playing this week, but you're going to have Nick Chubb. I would love to see that guy pull off a big run, dude. That would be amazing. Yes, against them Bengals. Yes. And the Browns have taken 31 sacks, the most in the league, while pressured 40.4% of the time. That's horrible. And I know the offensive line have issues, which leads to quarterback issues, which also leads to wide receiver problems. Some people need to understand that, because that's how the game works. If you have people that can't block for the quarterback, boom, pressures, blitzes, sacks. Pressures them to throw the ball a little quicker, could lead to turnovers, more sacks. It's just not at all what we need. We really need to watch out for Trey Hendrickson. He's got 5 sacks on the year with 10 quarterback hits and 5 tackles for a loss. So what do? Double team that guy? Can't do anything. That's what he said. Can't do anything. Not against Trey. We're going to see about that. We're going to stop Trey Hendrickson. Watch. Bet. How are you supposed to stop someone if you don't even know their name? Typical Bengals fan. All I do is talk crap. Keys to the game, honestly, I think we need to get the ball to Njoku and Jerry Jeudy. See how Jerry Jeudy's going to work out at wide receiver 1. I'm hoping to see Jamari Thrash out there. That'd be amazing. That's the guy that, if you guys watch the show, you know that's my guy. I want to see out there. It'd be his first rookie start. I think it was Chad that said it. It was it was Chad. Everybody's got their preseason hero, and that was all of Cleveland's. Everybody was begging for this dude to come, and I want to see him. If you could watch his college highlights, amazing. I think the kid's going to be something good for this team. I would love to see him out there this weekend and making big plays happen. Deshaun Watson can run against this defense. It's been proven that some quarterbacks get out of the pocket and run against the Bengals defense, and it seems to be pretty easy. I've noticed that Deshaun Watson hasn't been trying to run as much because he even said it himself. I'm not a running back. I'm a quarterback, and I get that, but you need to elude the rush, man, and get out of the pocket if you can. If you see the pocket falling apart and you could escape the pocket and get some yards, then do it. Kind of simple, right? You would think. We need to tighten up the offensive line. Anything we could do to tighten up the offensive line would be crucial to this game. I think that the whole Browns organization is honestly really, really, really wanting to win this game. Not just because of our crappy record in the past. This year, the crappy play, that happens. But this is the Battle of Ohio, ladies and gentlemen. It needs to happen. This is a game that you need to win. You have to win. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Win. Just win, Sam says always. Just win. That offensive line needs to tighten up. Give them some time in the pocket. And if not, escape and run on them, the defense. I don't know if they're going to be looking forward to that. I don't know their game plan, obviously, but it could happen. Defense. Man, the backfield needs to show up. Like I said earlier, I would like to see some interceptions. That'd be amazing. And I don't want to see wide receivers killing us, breaking us for big gains. It happened twice last week. I don't want to see that again. Just wide open in the backfield. Can't let that happen. You really cannot. Defense also needs to stay out the field. If offense keeps on going 3 and out, what do you expect? The defense is going to be on the field, getting worn out. You see Myles Garrett always, even sitting over there chugging, just like out of breath. I don't like that. The dude's busting his ass to try to get a sack and pressures and just tired. Really. There's a lot to this game, but I think we're going to actually pull off a win, believe it or not. The Cleveland Browns are those teams that just pulls off a win when we really, 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 really need it. And it's like a big game like this. It's not a team you take with a grain of salt, man, because we can show up at any time. Just certain things need to happen for this team to pull off a win. That's it. What I do want to talk about is the rumors going around about Myles Garrett being traded, Greg Newsome being traded. There's actually my cousin just texted me and said things are heating up with the Green Bay Packers and Myles Garrett and Greg Newsome. I mean, go ahead and take Greg Newsome. I don't know. That guy is blowing it up this year, not in a good way. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with that. I don't think Myles Garrett's going to go anywhere. Just like Nick Chubb, he was drafted here. He loves the city. He's a part owner of the Cavaliers. Just like Nick Chubb, a part of this city. We had his back. He's got our back. I think the same applies for Myles Garrett. Joseph says, interested in seeing who they bring up into the ad, the 4 running backs with Chubb. I don't think they'll dump one right now. 4 wide receivers, Judy, Moore, Tillman, Thrash. They need at least one of Tony, Darden, Prochet, Woods, and I can see 2. I think Prochet is gone, to be honest. I'm pretty sure we got rid of him. Woods, I could see 2. Chad really likes Woods and like to see him out on the field. There might be some shifting, I don't know, to see who does what out there. Certain plays set up for certain receivers maybe. Now that Amari Cooper's gone, it might make it a little bit easier to get those players out there and see what they're capable of in game. I know one of Angel's big factors is these guys in physical. They're at practice. They need to condition more as well. Conditioning is a big thing. Jerry Jeudy blew it up like 2 or 3 weeks ago and said, man, after that game, I was just really, really tired. And I wish he wouldn't have said that, but he did. It's just not something you want to hear. He says he wishes there was more conditioning. And you guys got a brand new state-of-the-art facility at the practice field. Use it wisely. Condition yourselves. Get good. Just do something. I seen the meme that just pokes the stick at a Browns helmet and says, do something. That's what we need to do. Something. Kevin Stefanski is obviously not giving up play calls. He says he's going to do what's best for the team. And that was when we all thought that, hey, possibly he's going to give Dorsey the play calling. with this offensive scheme, I don't think it matters either way. To be honest, I don't. You could do whatever you want. You can let whoever call plays. Nothing's going to change until the offensive line changes, quarterback play changes. And I'm not going to say wide receiver room right now because tomorrow we're going to see something completely different, I think, with the wide receivers. If he could pass the ball. Let me see that piece of paper. So my stepson does some wrestling videos on TikTok. I don't know if this is going to show up backwards, but it's IAFW on TikTok for wrestling content. If you guys want to check that out. He's been bugging me to just advertise that all week. So there it is. And for everybody watching, what do you think this team could do to pull off a win tomorrow? At home. I mean, the stadium's going to be packed. I guarantee it. As much as people say they hate this team right now, it's still going to be packed. No doubt in my mind. I don't want people going out there and booing the quarterback. Yeah, you may not like him, but don't do that. That does not help. You guys want to win? Don't treat him like crap. Yeah, he's not the greatest quarterback right now. It sucks. We all know that. You want to win? Get out there and support him if you can. If not, then don't go to the game. Don't waste the ticket. Give it to a real fan. Just do it. Also, let's talk about the new dome. It is official. The Browns are moving to Brook Park. And for everybody that's mad about that, get over it because you can legitimately throw a rock into Cleveland from where that's at. That stadium is going to be at. That was actually Cleveland's land at one point, and it got annexed to Brook Park. You are literally right down the road from Cleveland. It's hop, skip, and a jump away. It's a dome stadium, people. We're getting older, and people that say that this is an advantage for our team, it is clearly not. Look at the record. Since 1999 to now. It's horrible. Let me actually look that up. I meant to look that up earlier. It doesn't help us at all. Yeah. We've won 139 games, lost 269 with one tie. Please tell me how being on the lake in an open field stadium helps us. I would love an explanation to that. You got to think half these people are coming from the South where they don't like snow. They don't like cold. Hell, I don't like going and sitting in the cold. I'll do it if I have enough drinks. Keep me warmed up. A little Jack Daniels, double. But no, it doesn't help us at all. When you guys get into this dome, you're going to see how comfortable it is, how fan-friendly it's going to be. You could tailgate literally right next to the stadium. Yeah, stuff may be a little more expensive, but it's something you're going to have to deal with. I mean, the way it goes is if you can't afford it, then don't go. Pre-game in a parking lot. Go in. Enjoy the game. I don't know what else to tell you guys. It's a dome. Everybody's going to be, all the players are going to be happy. I can guarantee you that. And yes, I would like to have a retractable roof with real grass. That'd be kind of cool, but I don't think that's going to happen. We'll see. The Cleveland contract isn't even up until 2028, so we'll see. Downtown screwed the dissector hard, in my opinion. Yeah. Other people got to think of it as well as there's so many other teams that don't play in their actual city. So many other teams play in suburbs of their city. And could this be the end of the Cleveland curse because we're playing in Brook Park now? The Cavs played in Richfield forever and they were still called the Cleveland Cavs, correct?
Brook Park Browns.
So yeah, it's not going to be the Brook Park Browns. It's going to be the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, no. No. Would that make you become a Browns fan?
It just sounds better.
No, Brook Park Browns does not sound any better.
BBB. Brook Park Browns.
Downtown said they'll lose 30 million a year. Yeah, that's fine. You had all the opportunity, and they were going to give some of Burke Lakefront Airport up to build either a dome or a certain amount of money to fix up the stadium now, which I've been to that stadium 2 or 3 times this year already, and damn, not exciting at all. There's gonna be so much more going on in Brook Park with this stadium. It's gonna bring revenue to everywhere, to be honest. The commute is 12 minutes from where the stadium was at before. I think they're gonna build it up to where traffic isn't gonna be as congested either. So that's gonna help. Some people like to tailgate down at like East 12th and St. Clair, and then you got to walk all the way over to the stadium. You're not going to have to do that. You could park, party, football. I just wish people would. I mean, I get it right now. It's kind of hard to, be everything Browns because of the record right now and the play. But be happy for something. Be happy for Nick Chubb coming back. Be happy for a new beginning in Brook Park. A hop, skip, and a jump away from Cleveland. It's not that big of a deal. If you don't stop jumping around.
I'm not jumping. I'm just
shaking the mic.
Yeah.
Let's just get a win tomorrow, man. That's all we need. Boost the morale a little bit for the whole team. I don't know if anybody's seen that video of Nick Chubb where he's getting ready to do the press conference, and all the players in the background were like, "Hey, what's up, man? Welcome back. And he smiled. I'm hoping that is something that could build this team up to go out there and just get a win. It's not asking much. Joe Burrow hasn't won a game in that stadium yet. It's just, let's not let it happen tomorrow. Joseph says, rare, but remember the old days? We used to hit the Browns and run to an Indians or Cavs game right after. Yeah, you can still do that. It's a 12-minute drive. There'll be less congestion downtown. If you got a Browns game and an Indians game going on at the same time, it's even worse down there. This is 12 minutes away, give or take. It's going to be fine. I guarantee you guys, when it's all said and done, you'll love it. And that just goes to show that the Haslam's aren't going anywhere for a while. Unless they plan to build this as an investment and then sell. That's a possibility as well. There's so many possibilities right now going on. And we really don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, that's it. We need to really, really get a win tomorrow. Cleveland go out there and win. Look forward to the next game. I'm not worried about next week right now. I'm worried about tomorrow. And I hope the Browns are as well. Again, I'm going to say it 139 to 206, 139 losses to 269 wins. I'm sorry. 139 wins to 269 losses with one tie since 1999.
Bengals have won 186 since 1999.
Yeah. Wait, what was that? The Bengals are 186 to 218 with 4 ties since 1999. The Bengals, like I said earlier, they're looking good. They're getting better. Their identity's starting to show up. They had a rough start as well. But I was actually talking to my grandfather, and he said that there is a way we can still win the division. He doesn't think that the Baltimore Ravens are going to be good forever, which is hard to believe, but I think they're going to be first in the division. The Steelers, I'm not really worried. I'm not. Them Bengals, I don't know. It's a toss-up. We could possibly get in with a wild card game if we don't lose any more games, which is highly unlikely, but we'll see. That's all to be determined. And yes, I am by myself again today, if you can't tell. We will be here Tuesday. All three of us. Chad is back. He had a lot of doctor stuff going on. What did he suggest? Quarterback who's good? From what, Jeff? Oh, you're talking about out of the draft? Everybody's saying Shedeur Sanders right now out of the draft. Second round or second pick for the Cleveland Browns. I've seen a lot of mock drafts saying Shedeur Sanders. I watched some of his highlight film yesterday. And while the kid is good in college, everybody's got to understand that coming from college. Oh, yeah. Real quick. Everybody coming out of college into the NFL is a whole nother level of play. It's faster. It's harder. I don't know if Shedeur could do that or not. And will Deion Sanders want his son coming to Cleveland? Doubtful. Yes, and Jeff, I said, yeah, we could still win. It could be with Deshaun Watson. He just needs to get his head out of his ass. That's all. Sam says, we just have to win the division games. Let's go. Praise the sun gods. Time to start winning some good games. They don't have to be pretty, just win. I would like to see a pretty game, but yeah, you're right. Just win. That's all we got to do. Go out there and win a football game. I saw a video the other day of, I'm not even going to mention the name, wide receiver talking to a quarterback and said, just go out there and have fun, man. This is what we do and this is what we're good at. Go out there and have fun. That's all you got to do. At the end of the day, don't think about the money, because that's what's really getting to me about the league. It's just go out there and have fun, man. Play the sport that you claim to love. Man, yeah, just not suck. It's really that simple, but not that easy. Thank you, Jeff. In a perfect world, the Browns should be, I would say, 5-1, but it's not a perfect world. There's a lot we need to do with this team to get us in motion to start winning games. And I'm hoping we see some of that happen tomorrow. It is not easy to go out there and beat another NFL team with the play that we've had. Can it happen? Yes. Has a lot changed in a week? Yes. Nick Chubb's coming back. Limited play. Maybe 15 to 20 snaps he'll see, if that. Flacco isn't around. Flacco won't be around. Mayfield won't be around. You guys seen it last week again. It was cool because Baker did win the game, but he threw interceptions. 3 interceptions to be exact. They still won, but all the Baker bros weren't out. Like, oh man, where's Baker at when we need him? Because that's how Baker works. He's got a couple good games and it'll fall off the shelf. That's just how it is. Yes, he's better. He is definitely better. I think he's growing up and starting to play better football, but can he be consistent with it? We will find out. As of right now, though, I'm just going to take him with a grain of salt because it is not known for him to continuously be good. 3 picks in a game and you still won. You got really lucky. Where's the smoke for Barry? So here's the smoke for Barry, Andrew Barry. Was the Deshaun Watson trade horrible as of right now? Yes. We have 2 years left with the guy. There is nothing we can do about it unless somebody possibly wants to trade for him, which is highly unlikely with the play that he's had. I'm not going to put all the blame on Andrew Barry, especially with the people that are pissed off at him for getting rid of Amari Cooper. Especially for the people that says it was a horrible decision to get rid of Amari Cooper. There's so many things that could have happened with that trade. Could Amari Cooper want to trade in the beginning after the whole Ayuk thing in the beginning of the year and requested a trade and we didn't know it because the Browns don't tell us anything? That's a possibility. Then I'm going to play piss poor to make you trade me. Because watch him. He'll go to Buffalo and have a 1,000-yard season, which is kind of weird because Josh Allen has, I think, one of the least throwing yards in the league right now. I don't think it was a bad move. Yeah, Josh Allen, 945 passing yards this year. What are you going to do to Amari Cooper to make him look good? What are you going to do to get Amari Cooper those yards that he wants? I'm over the Amari Cooper trade. We got a good deal out of that because, listen, nobody realizes this. We only traded Amari Cooper for a 5th-round pick. We got a 3rd this year and then a 7th in 2026. Take it. I mean, the guy had 10 dropped passes. Were they done on purpose? I don't know. It's actually $25 million. And that was another thing that pissed me off about him. I hate this about any player that does this. I'm not going to show up to camp because you're not paying me enough money. Man, you know what I would do for some of the money you guys make? Man, I'd show up to camp, that's for sure, no matter the amount of money I made. You get your extra $5 million for this year because you had the contract. The contract, you weren't even supposed to get money this year. And he kind of screwed himself because he's not getting the full contracted money. But yeah, that's over with. He's gone. Let him have fun in Buffalo. They'll choke in the playoffs like every other time. So I'm okay with that. He wants to be with a winning team. Cool. Andrew Berry, again, man, it's a double-edged sword with him, if you will, because there's parts of him where everybody likes him. Like, you always see the Andrew Berry pictures with the lasers pointing out of his eyes. He can make a good deal happen. He just needs to realize if he has drafted somebody crap, that's complete crap, you got to get rid of him. I know that's your draft pick and it looks bad on you to get rid of somebody, but if they're playing like crap, get rid of them. Put them on a practice squad. Pick somebody else up. Do anything else you can to put a winning team together. That's your job. His decisions are sometimes mind-boggling. I really don't mind the getting rid of Amari Cooper. The Deshaun Watson thing, what's going to happen with that is they're going to let him play out this whole year. And if he looks horrible at the end of the year, then he'll be a third-string quarterback on the Cleveland Browns unless somebody accepts a trade. He is, unless injured, you're going to see Jameis Winston. And Winston, with the offensive line that we have right now, is not going to do anything better. So all those people, you could put Jameis Winston in there. You could put Troy Aikman in there. You could put Mahomes. Mahomes might be the only one to be able to play with that offensive line right now. Maybe. So, yeah. It's a dead-end street right now. This is a dead team walking. That's what we are right now. Until proven otherwise. Oh, and I do have another, I don't care, victory or not, I'm smoking this cigar tomorrow. That's the inevitable now. I'm not going to wait on a cigar, a good old cigar. Like Sam said, don't waste that stogie, man. Just smoke that thing. That's what I plan on doing. So, yeah, I might go live again tomorrow after the game, depending on the circumstances. We'll see what happens. Maybe I can get Angel on here with us, or Chad. We will see. Joseph says, sorry to be so negative, but it is embarrassing. And it is. How do you think I feel every week having to get on here and talk about it? It's kind of embarrassing. I get my anger out here. I think my wife actually likes it too because she thinks it's like a scapegoat for my attitude when the Browns play. Possibility. But, yeah, we should be here. Definitely we'll be here Tuesday with Chad and Angel. And I might go live tomorrow, depending on everything that happens. We'll see. But, yeah, there's something else I wanted to touch base with, but I can't remember. So, oh, yeah, let's go Browns and go Guardians. Let's go Guardians. Please pull off this one at home. We need it, and then go to New York and win 2 more. Come on. Ugly game last night. Probably 2 of the best games I've ever seen in the past 2 days, but man. Oh, yeah. Anybody got predictions for tomorrow's game? The Cleveland Browns. Score prediction. I'm going to say 21-17 Browns. 21-17. We're going to finally break the 20-point barrier. And I think Deshaun Watson might throw for 215 yards with a touchdown. Man, it sounds like unrealistic, but you never know. Sam says, time to put that wall behind our backs and use it to our advantage and just start swinging like madmen. Keep everything in front of us. Yeah, Class A, man. Yeah, Class A is like Lamar. Regular season champ, postseason chump. I could not agree with that more, Joseph. Wow. Perfectly executed. I'm going to post that. Jeff says 21-17, but not the Browns. Man. Well, I'm at a loss of words now. Sitting here, I still got Josh Allen's throwing yards up here in front of my face, 945 yards, and still winning games. Let's see how many actual yards Deshaun Watson has. I think it's like 1,100. Yeah, 1,115 yards, 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, with a 42.9 QBR. And I believe 2 or 3 of those interceptions were honestly tipped. Not completely his fault. I wonder if that's why he's throwing bad, because he's just so afraid of throwing an interception. Oh, man. Yeah, Jeff, thank you for being a realist. Everybody, take a deep breath when you wake up tomorrow. I'm going to do a shot of some Knob Creek, and I got some Arrogant Bastard Ale that I'm going to drink tomorrow at kickoff. You guys join me after the game. I'm going to go outside, smoke that cigar, and I might go live again right after that cigar to, heal my legions from the Cleveland Browns football. What are the throwing yards in only the lost games? I'm not even going to try to look that up right now, because then I'd have to add. Yeah, we got to have consistent drives tomorrow. That's absolutely. If we can keep the defense off the field and fresh, then let's do it. I hate how every game we have a good first drive, then after that it's just downhill from there. Oh, yeah, you would have to subtract. I drank some Knob Creek last night during that game, and that's why my beard's all funky. I didn't even care today. Look at that thing. But yes, again, if you guys want some Bearded Browns podcast merch, go to streamlabs.com/Bearded Browns podcast. The link is in this video. It's all the way at the bottom, and it is everywhere else. It's on our Facebook page. I made everything as cheap as I possibly could. So if you want to support the show, grab some merch. It's comfortable. It's 'tis the season to be wearing a nice, comfortable hoodie. So get out there and get some Bearded Browns podcast merch. Go Browns, go Guardians. We will